Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another review/reaction video. This one could be more of a reaction one than a review, personally. And this one is of Dragon Ball R&R full episode. Now, there was a first part to the episode, so I have seen about half of this already, but instead of uploading just episode 1 part 2, MasakoX uploaded the full episode. So yes, this is another review/reaction, but it's another YouTuber that I like, not just Afmao. I'm not going to do the same content creator all the time. And also, if I sound a bit different, it's because I'm in a different room and it's kind of echoey, and also because I think my mic is in the same position as always. Also, I'm getting Facebook notifications apparently. I think I know what that's from, but don't worry. Don't worry about that for now, because for now we're going to focus on the task at hand, which is reviewing this video. Let us begin. Okay, so I can't actually, play the full song, because, again, it might be copyrighted. I'm not quite sure yet, but basically, I'll use this time to summarize what's going on. If you want to find out the full song, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Basically, those two characters are Raditz, Goku's brother, and Ranch, who is an original character by the creator of this video, MasakoX, from the series What If Raditz Turned Good? This is the reality that if Raditz had, eventually joined the side of the Z Warriors through a series of circumstances, and he has a kid. Actually, has 3 kids actually, but Ranch is the oldest one, and is the fan favorite. So there she is. The series R&R means Raditz and Ranch. So there we go. We've got Goku and Raditz right there. We've got Ranch, Goten, and Trunks, who are a trio of fan favorites. So yes. Oh, we've got Squarespace apparently. Oh dear. Wait a second. Okay, now I'm going to put the volume back up.
An extraordinary family who'd had quite the life. However, this is not the story you remember. No. Ages ago, something happened that meant Goku's long-lost brother Raditz survived. He even went on to marry the fiery Launch and had 3 equally passionate children. Careful, Goku. Looks like you might have some competition.
Well, I mean, he kind of does, but to be fair, in this scenario, Goku's rivalry with Vegeta kind of became secondary to Vegeta's rivalry with Raditz, because he's the main rival in this scenario, and those two literally just despise each other, and it's a miracle they haven't killed each other already. So yes, the first thing that you'll have noticed is that this is made in the manga style. That's because, obviously, even though this project has been going on for months, MasakoX had to storyboard it, coordinate with the voice actors, which are all fans of his, and of Dragon Ball, obviously. And he's had to make sure, they can coordinate the times, record them, put this all together and draw these. So this is, obviously, if it were an animation studio that were doing this, you'd be disappointed with this scenario, but, I mean, this outcome of what you see. But bear in mind what we've got. And besides, it's a nice nod to the actual manga, and it makes them feel more genuine that way, seeing them in their origin form. Who knows, maybe someone out there will animate them in the future. But for now, this is what we have as the original product. And I, for one, really enjoy it that way.
Gotcha, Papa. Not yet, you haven't. Huh? Goten, over here. Huh?
For now, though, Earth is at peace, and we can all relax for a change. Then again, can you truly rest easy with Saiyans around? Probably not. But who knows?
Ah, Goten! Thinking of doing some training with your cousin, eh? Well, I should warn you. Ranch has been getting much stronger lately. Think you can keep up?
You bet. Dad has been showing me a few tricks of his own.
Oh, let me guess. Did he steal another attack?
I love the fact that, you've got the reference to the stolen attacks, which, is kind of a staple of main characters that they learn attacks from other people. That's kind of inevitable in this scenario, but it is nice that, Masako is picking up on that. Especially because he's voiced Goku for years on Dragon Ball Z Abridged, actually. I've even gained that in my recommended section. You can't see that because I've got the screen cap outwards. But that's where this character comes from. So once we hear Goku, that's actually MasakoX himself doing it. And he's been voicing Goku for about 10 years now. Or at least on the internet. He's probably been doing the impression way longer than that.
I swear, he keeps wanting me to teach him the double Sunday. But there are some things brothers just don't share. And that's one of them.
Oh, come on, bro. Please? I taught you Super Saiyan.
Well, there you go. That's him.
It's a fair trade.
I know. Like the last time you said that, Kakarot. And the time before that. I get it. You went Super Saiyan first.
Please stop trying to take my papa's attacks. They're his.
Tell you what. If I fight you at Super Saiyan and you win, I'll stop asking.
This is where we get into some interesting territory. The thing is that Goku and Ranch's relationship is very strange. And I mean, quite strange indeed. The thing is that I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how to really. I don't know, because Ranch is desperate to prove herself to Goku because Goku keeps doubting her, and yet he's setting the bar as high up as fighting someone who's been Super Saiyan for so many years. And you think, really? What's the point? I mean, seriously? I'm not sure. I can't remember what the timeline was like, but I think Ranch was just about a baby when Goku went Super Saiyan, so he's been in this state most of her life, so, not exactly fair. So I'm not sure why that relationship is the way that Masako decided it, but that's what we're going for here.
Deal?
Kakarot, that's hardly a fair deal. You're stronger than Rock.
And that's why, she has that reaction, because that's been going on for a while. If you want to know, the What If Raditz Turned Good scenario is where this comes from. And it takes place, I think, after part 10? No. Not... Yes, after part 10, I think. Maybe. No. After part 9. I'm not sure whereabouts it goes. I'll put that on the screen once I figure it out.
The point is that, well, the answer is no, Kakarot.
Fine. Well, I won't teach you the Kaioken.
Fine, that technique is pointless anyways.
Just you wait. It'll be useful someday, and you'll be wishing that I taught you.
Yeah, this is a reference to the fact that it takes place before Dragon Ball Super, which is confusing because the What If Raditz Turned Good scenario by this point has already gone past the beginning of Super. I'm not sure why this is set where it is, but I'm sure there's a reason somewhere down the line. Oh wait, no, I do know. It's because R&R obviously stands for rest and relaxation as well. This is supposed to be more of a laid-back series, which is interesting given that, it's Dragon Ball, but again, I'm sure that Masako has some plan up his sleeve.
As much as I would like to see you two compare your power levels, Goten and I are gonna go see Trunks. Is that okay, Papa?
Yes, but I want to see less of that back chat. You're talking to your father and uncle after all.
Right. See you later, Papa.
There was really no back chat, to be honest.
See you, Uncle Goku.
That Ranch is a smart cookie, I tell ya. She'll be a good fighter when she grows up.
Pretty sure she already is a good fighter at this point. Because again, I think, she's been up with Majin Buu at this point and everything. I understand that, the tournament before Super hasn't happened. I just don't get Goku and Ranch's relationship much at all. It's really strange, like I said before.
And who says she'll be a fighter when she grows up? She might want to be like her mother.
Oh yes! Because obviously the fact that she's training to be a fighter doesn't mean she wants to be a fighter. Because that makes sense.
What? Blonde?
What? Yes, Kakarot. Blonde.
A fusion of fancy. Trunks and Ranch join forces.
Goten, are all boys like that? Like what? Wanting to compare the size of their power level?
Surely you know the answer to that already. And you're half Saiyan, so you kind of understand that.
I don't know. I just want to get stronger and have fun. Like that time we fused. That was awesome. Yeah. Trust Trunks to go in and be the hero. All because he has a crush on me.
I love how you just acknowledge that. I mean, seriously?
Don't you have one on him too or something? What? No I don't. I couldn't care what he thinks. He's just a silly boy. Silly boy. Yeah, Fusion was great. Did we settle on a name? Yeah, Ronten. We could go Super Saiyan 2 and stuff. We kicked Boo's butt.
No way. Gotenks is better.
Huh?
Yeah, Goten and I totally make the best fusion. I'm surprised you even know how to do it.
Let me guess. It's because I'm a girl, isn't it?
Well,
Actually, no. Because I remember that from the What If Raditz Turned Good. The reason that it's so surprising that Ranch learnt it is because she basically asked to learn it in secret. Again, I think it was something to do with Goku doubting her. So round 10 was a complete surprise. So that's why Trunks is surprised at it. But obviously he's going to play it off as, you know, the cool guy, because that's what Trunks is like. But that's the real reason.
you weren't there, and Goku taught us, so you should know it better, okay?
I bet girls would make stronger fusions.
I bet boys would make stronger fusions.
Except for the fact that you can't really compare that, because there's only one person that you both fuse with, and is a boy. So you can have a mixed fusion, or an all-male fusion, but you can't do both yet. So this discussion is pointless.
I have an idea. Let's have a contest. Huh? Yeah, a contest to see which fusion is best.
Okay, winner gets an all-expenses-paid trip to Satanland.
Satanland? Oh boy!
Not just that, the winner gets access to our family's awesome penthouse suite, actually inside Mr. Satan's hair.
With hair that size, it must be huge.
Of course. Mr. Satan, the people's champion.
You better believe it. You in, guys? No way! Mom, please! It'll be fine. I'll win. I've so got this. Don't you believe in me?
That's not the point! The point is that it's not yours to give. You should at least ask me before you go making offers like that. You're turning into your father.
Yeah, you know, you're turning into your father, the person who didn't want to take you to an amusement park until Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, turning into Vegeta.
Tell you what, promise to go shopping with me one time.
What? No way!
Oh, I thought you wanted to wave your pride around and be the best. Yes,
Okay, that is like Vegeta, I take that back.
your pride is nothing against the powers of shopping. Eh, sweetie?
Fine. I'll go shopping with you.
Okay, it's a deal. Dad.
You weren't ready.
Trunks, what's the matter with you? You should have seen that coming. What do you want?
I was, wondering if you would help judge a contest of strength?
Strength, eh? I'm listening. Who else is judging?
Dad and Uncle Raditz.
Then forget it.
Yeah, what was the plan there? Like I said before, Vegeta and Raditz hate each other in this world. because obviously Raditz used to be Vegeta's underling, you know, the guy he could kind of just push around and make fun of. If you've seen the interpretation in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you'll see that, you know, Vegeta and Nappa make fun of him all the time. And there's a whole even way of judging people's power levels, which is just by using Raditz as a unit.
Good. Now I'm gonna read their power levels, Vegeta. Ta-da!
What are those? They're cultivated life forms, all with the same power level as Raditz. That's right. He was so weak, we could actually grow Raditzes!
Ha! Look at him, Vegeta. He's like the Raditz of their group. Ah, come on, don't get so down on yourself. At least you've proven that your Raditz is still stronger than our Raditz.
I hate all of you.
But in this scenario, Raditz has been keeping up with Vegeta and Goku this entire time. And obviously, you know, because he's grown up as, you know, the way that a Saiyan should and whatever, he's got more pride. That's played into a way worse rivalry than Vegeta and Goku could ever be. So yeah, like I said, it's a miracle that they haven't killed each other already. And knowing this, did the kids really not think that he would wish to not be around Raditz at all if he was judging? Seriously?
Why?
As if I would be anywhere near that clown Raditz. What would he know about fighting? I beat him, and that's all that matters.
I mean, you know that he knows a lot about fighting because he's kind of your rival at this point, but I don't know. Is that a step too far for Vegeta? I'm not really sure. I don't know. That's just me nitpicking at this point.
Yeah, you needed someone to help you, though.
What was that, boy?
No, nothing.
Let me make this clear. I beat that clown with my own power. I didn't need any help from that shrunken bobblehead of a freak. Do you understand?
Got it.
Trunks! How could you be so cruel to your son? What kind of father are you?
Oh, don't start. Oh no. Oh no. No, you didn't. He already hates you, Ranch. I mean, bear in mind, it's Trunks' fault for bringing up the fact that Vegeta needed help. But still, come on.
The kind of father who thinks his son should be training instead of fraternizing with weaklings. Now get out! You're interrupting my training.
A test of strength? Count me in.
They didn't even ask them! What? Okay. Here's what they should have done. They should have said that no one else had been asked yet, and that he was the first. Vegeta would have been honoured about that. And they could have had, I don't know, if they wanted Raditz there so bad, so badly, they could have just asked him later, like they are now. They could have done exactly that, but if Goten hadn't blurted out that he was there, still. Also, what's wrong with Goku's nose here? What happened in this drawing? I feel like that's not right. I'm not sure. I'm not an artist. But I think there's an issue with that nose. Yeah.
But you haven't even heard what kind of test it is.
And it's about strength.
Oh, there you go. See? That's better.
Sounds fun.
Thanks, Dad. We're trying to see who has the best fusion.
Clearly, it's Goten and me. Goten's is the best.
Actually, you mean Goten and I. Besides,
Can we go back to that panel, please?
Bronx?
That face. It's perfect. Where is it?
Not every battle is played by the rules. You should be prepared for that eventuality. contest is a great idea.
How about we go to the lookout so we got plenty of space to show off your skills?
That's a great idea. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Raditz, darling. There you are. Oh, and Trunks too. How lovely. So, what are you lad up to?
We're going to the lookout to see who's got the strongest fusion.
Oh, sounds fun. Try not to get too banged up, okay, kids?
No, Mom.
Oh my word. Yeah, that exchange was perfect. And also, I love the fact that no one really says this much because Ranch and Raditz get much of the protagonism, but the fact that Launch is still kept around and isn't, you know, basically, you know, just drunk in a bar and only appears one more time in the middle of a chaos or something like that. The fact that she's actually got more of a life is a lot better. So, I mean, that's two underrepresented Dragon Ball characters that are given more of a future. And I hope that Blonde Launch features a bit in this scenario as well.
For the longest time, I've been looking to make a website to showcase my product.
Yeah, okay, we got. Oh look, see. Oh, by the way, that's MasakoX. Just so you know. In fact, he's gonna write his name. Look, there you go. See, MasakoX. Told you. Okay, we're moving on.
Yeah, this is more like it.
Also, I think this is where I've got up to. That's where I've got up to so far. I haven't seen this next bit because I think this is part 2 essentially. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what we've got in store because now I'm curious.
I can show you how powerful Gotenks really is. Huh?
Hey, hope I didn't miss anything. Go Trunks!
Mom, cut it out! You're embarrassing me!
Well, somebody's got to root for ya, since your father is all moody.
I mean, technically Vegeta's, well, he was supposed to be a judge, so he can't really root for anyone. But anyway, whatever, Bulma doesn't know that.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, we will decide the first fusion by rock, paper, and scissors. Does that sound fair to you?
I love that. So he's using the old Dragon Ball staple. I'm wondering how they're going to judge these fusions, because Goten has to be in both of them. And whichever one is going to be in first, Goten is going to tire out and not be as good in the second one. So that might give whoever wins this an unfair advantage, whoever goes first.
Sure.
Okay.
1, 2,
Why is Goten playing? He's going to go either way.
3. Paper covers rock. I win. Okay. Trunks and I will go first.
Well, there is more likely to win now, because... Actually, no, to be fair, Ranch and Goten are related, so they've got stronger fusion anyway. That's how Raditz works as well. So who knows, maybe this will even things out a bit. So I think Goten has actually played it a lot smarter than we give him credit for. Maybe even Moscow didn't give him enough credit for that, so I don't know. We'll find out.
Let me guess. They're gonna go Super Saiyan 3 from the start. Fusion! Ta-da! Gotenks is here to wreck the competition!
Yep, and this is definitely a good way to tire Goten out. So again, I guess Trunks is playing to his advantages now, because he knows about the loss of stamina. I don't know, maybe.
Right on the money.
Hey, Goku! I want to test your Super Saiyan 3 power. Come at me with all you've got!
Huh? Sure. Stand back.
And skip.
It's been a while since I've used this. I'm ready, Gotenks. Give me all you got.
Isn't he meant to be a judge? Why is he directly interfering? I just realized that.
Wow, they're so fast. Fusion may be weird, but it's kind of cool.
What's he doing?
Get ready! All right! Looks like you're outwitted by me. You're going down!
Not good.
Super Ghost Kamikaze attack!
All right, Trunks, you're awesome.
Kamikaze attack? Is that not a bit insensitive for Japan? I don't know.
Gotcha.
Hey, no fair! You cheated!
No way. You should be concentrating more.
That's enough, Kakarot. You're getting distracted. We're supposed to be judging, not participating. Now stop using that ridiculous form. That hair is so stupid.
Okay then.
Oh, fine.
Way to be a buzzkill, Raditz! Just for that, this one's for you!
Oh, come on.
Foolish. You used up all your power showing off. Typical.
Dang it.
Yep. That was always going to end up that way.
Aww.
Okay. Time to fuse again, guys.
I pick Raj with Trunks.
Serious?
That wasn't the point of this competition.
You two haven't fused before. I didn't want to be greedy is all. Okay.
I don't want to fuse with Raj, though.
What's so bad fusing with me?
Alright, fine. Let's get this over with. Better not mess up Raj.
I won't if you won't. Fusion.
What the? It worked.
Not bad. She's pretty good at fusion, huh?
Of course. Lunch's power is that of a true Saiyan elite. She's the pride of our race. Can't you
Is Sailor Elite much of a milestone anymore? You've both surpassed that by hundreds of times. Is that even saying much anymore?
see it, Kakarot?
Whoa, so cool!
I know I can go further, but this is a good place to start. Hey, Raditz, what do you think?
You will refer to me as your father. You.
Well, they're technically not, you know.
Remarkable. Fusion tanks can do that? The power is incredible, and they've never even fused before. Perhaps if Kakarot and I... Brother, I want
Oh, is this before Raditz? Oh, okay.
to fuse with you right now.
What? For real? But you've never tried it before, though.
I've seen you do it, and I'm smarter than you. So, yeah.
What are they doing?
You...
Are they?
John...
Yeah, huh?
I was kind of expecting it not to work, actually.
You...
Me?
I want to test your true power. You game?
Okay.
This competition has gone. It's just, it's not there anymore.
This is amazing!
Not bad.
That guy's pretty cute.
Bulma?
Vegeta fusing with one of them. Oh my.
Bulma?
What?
Never mind, Goten. Just keep watching.
Take this! That was close.
Speaking of stolen techniques.
I guess I'll have to break this out.
Wait, be careful! You can destroy the lookout!
And the stronger fusion is one that didn't exist until that point, because that makes sense. Oh dear.
Aw, come on!
I mean, did you really? You kind of already won.
Looks like you weren't paying attention this time. Looks like I rocked your world. Oh, that was a thing.
Yeah, sure was. It was cool though. We make a good fusion, don't we?
I guess. But it's weird though.
Huh? What's weird?
Fusing with a girl? I mean, how does that work?
I mean, you just did it. Do you really have to wonder about that?
What happens with, you know... Ow, hey!
Trunks, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he deserved that.
Huh?
It doesn't matter what we are. It's fusion. The important thing is that we are strong. Together. We beat Uncle Goku and Papa in a fight. That was all us. We made that happen. I'm proud of you.
I suppose. You and I kicked their butt, didn't we?
Would you mind us fusing again sometime?
Sure, it's a date. No, wait, wait, hold up.
I get what they were going for there. Cute moments, a slight lapse of conscience, but still, that clearly was not meant to be there. No one just says that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So I'm gonna need you to, drive me to the doctor's one day because I've got, kind of a sore tooth. Okay, it's a date. I mean, that doesn't happen. And also, can you imagine them going on a date just to fuse? To be fair, that's kind of what a Saiyan date would be. To be fair, if they knew about fusion at the time of the thriving Saiyans. I guess I'm not sure. Why am I even commenting a Dragon Ball video? What am I doing?
No, I mean, you don't happen, I didn't...
I get what you mean, Trunks.
Well, someone does.
Yo, you guys were great out there. Dad thought that fight was so cool. Oh yeah. What happened to that Satan landing?
Oh yeah, that. Well, I suppose we can all go together, since...
The prize that was supposed to be for the winners, but no one actually really technically won apart from me. I guess if you don't take Goku and Raditz with you, they kind of lost, but they weren't supposed to be in the competition anyway. Again, this plan just went completely topsy-turvy, didn't it?
Since Ranch and I won, you can come too, Goten.
For real? Yay! Awesome! Oh, Trunks. You may be a blockhead sometimes, but I know you've got what it takes to become a good person.
Hey, Goten, since I totally won, I get to go on all the rides first.
Eventually.
And so, our heroes had a fantastic day out at Satanland. After learning an important lesson, fusion brought them closer together, figuratively and literally. Raditz learned this too with his brother Goku.
Poor Dende and Popo, just saying, for the previous frame.
Sort of.
You idiot! Why did you let Dende distract you?
We wanted something. What was I supposed to do?
Wait, Dende distracted them? I missed that.
Ignore him, you fool! You were meant to be focusing on the judging of the contest. I cannot trust you for anything. Ow!
Hold still, will you? Come on, Raditz. It's just for fun. Surely you enjoyed it just a little bit, right? Ow!
Saiyans, they never learn. Nope, but that's part of their charm.
It would seem these two need a little more time to learn that lesson. But that's for another story.
I actually haven't heard this outro song, but I'm going to hear that at some other point. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show the credits just so you know, to give the people what they deserve. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my own outro. So, thank you all for watching that. I know it's not my usual review/reaction. I know it's not an AFMAL one, but I'm going to get back to that because I've still got more to actually produce. Well, in fact, no, I don't have got more to produce. I've got more produced, but I've got more to upload. And process is what I mean. Guessing, oh yeah. Cheat sheet AI, okay. Alright, well that's who that's done by. So, yeah. You can see that all these people are involved, but again, like I said before, still the comic style really works here. In fact, everything, to be honest, just works. I'm getting more Facebook notifications now that I'm about to go. So yeah, I'm going to have to leave now. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.